Kerry Badham, and today I'm going to show you how to make the ruffles that I've made on this cake. Every time we take this cake to a show, we always get asked what cutter have we used to make them, and it's just a very simple circle cutter. There's nothing difficult in what we're going to do. You can purchase the geometric cutter set that we have here, and in there you'll find a number of different circles, and obviously the different size circles will give you different size ruffles. So I've cut a few out here earlier and they're down the side, but now I'm going to show you. So you take your fondant or sugar paste, whatever you want to call it, and you add some Tylo to it. This one is a rainbow dust one, but you can buy Tylo's, CMC or gum trag, and you just knead your paste into it. So what you would normally do is you would just pop it to one side for about 25 minutes, half an hour, dependent on the weather or the temperature inside where you're working. But I've actually already pre-made this earlier. So we'll roll out the modelling paste that we have onto our non-stick board using our non-stick rolling pin. And what you want to do is you want to get this rolled out nice and thin. You don't want it too thin, not so thin like you would do to make very fine flowers, but you want it nice and fine, particularly for the edges, because if the ruffles look clumpy then they're not very nice. So here we've rolled out our paste, turn it over, and then all we do is we just place our cutter on top. So keep it nice and fine and you'll be able to feel your mat underneath, and then I just pop it through. So I'm just going to cut out a couple. So using our foam former pad, I'm just going to pop these on top, and then we're just going to use our ball tool to go around the edge. And what you'll notice is that it will start to lift. So you want to be half on your circle and half off. It's very easy. Don't push too hard because you'll split the paste. And then what I do is I just pop them to one side. So we do the second one nice and quick around the edge. Don't let it drag. So now you're going to have to use your imagination and pretend that this is your lovely decorated cake. And here's some of the ones that I did earlier. Allow these to dry off a little, because if they're too sticky they're just going to collapse into themselves. So you just literally fold it over and then you fold it again. And what you have here is a ruffle. And they'll all come out slightly different sizes and shapes, but they look very pretty. So using your water brush, you would wet your cake area, and then I would literally just pop that there, just using the small end of my ball tool, stick the first ruffle in place, and then you just carry on. And here, a little bit of water. Can you see here the ruffle effect is starting to take shape? So what you would do is you would go all the way round the base of your cake. Now, depending on the temperature and the weather, it depends on how long it takes for any of this to dry. So what I would normally do is give it a little while for this to set slightly before I do the next row, and then again you would just go above, apply some water, just fold your ruffle again, and then you would just place it above using the end of your tool to hold it in place. And what you can do is use the end of your tool to open up your ruffle if you need to do that. And then you continue around the cake. So you can go all the way up the tier if you want to, or what you can do is do what I've just done over here, where I've done a couple of rows. That makes it nice and effective. No need to use ribbon or anything. And in here I used the smaller cutter, and what I did was I made a heart on the front of the cake with it. Thank you for watching our demonstration. We hope you enjoyed what you've seen.